I'm still bopping away, man. Tune's good. Great to see you guys, man. Now I know it hasn't been that long. Normally I don't do this for about 6 months, but I'm gonna try and drop something because I think we should be more in contact with each other. I think I should be in your living rooms and you can be in mine. But there has been something new happening to the Hidden Underbelly show. As you can see, this show has been entitled, and I hopefully they will be continue to be entitled the Cosmic Underbelly, because I would like you to give a warm welcome to hopefully a permanent co-host to the Hidden Underbelly live show, or called the Cosmic Underbelly, because I just might keep it for myself because hey, I'm an asshole. So please give it up from Nick from Cosmic Twilight. So, hey, I'm clapping. If they ain't, I am.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Hidden. It's, yeah, hopefully a new journey for both of us on this podcast or YouTube live shows we'll be doing on various subjects. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, bruv. But, yeah, thanks for the invitation, man.
No worries. We had such a great time before. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys might see this green line on my mug here. It's my mug. And that means my webcam is kind of not right. So if it should cut out, I'll go to my dude avatar and I will get that sorted. So hello, all you guys. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Carlos Trueblood. Much love to you guys. So what I got for you guys, because I know you're gonna turn up and you want to see some videos and you want to hear me and Nick yabber, and I hope you guys have got something so you guys can roll and just chill with us. Maybe
Yeah. Come
so
420 with us.
Hopefully. But if you don't, just in spirit, you can, because all is welcome. Yeah. So with that, I do want to premiere a video for you guys, and then we'll get on to another topic because we got a lot to talk about, and a lot of stuff for you guys to see, haven't we, Nick?
Oh yeah, too much stuff, man. But we'll see what we can do. It should be quite an interesting show today. With what we've got in store for you guys, 100%. And please like and subscribe. That's the main important thing. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button.
Or stay the hell away from the Hidden Underbelly, because I heard he's a jerk, man. So if you want to subscribe to Cosmic Twilight, his link is in the description box. But honestly, guys, if I could get away from the Hidden Underbelly, I would run. But without no further ado, did I say that right? That sounded wrong. Without no further ado.
Mate.
Okay.
Further ado, yes, you're spot on, mate.
So I've got a piece of footage that happened on June the 25th. So you're talking yesterday. This is how smoking hot is off the press. Now, the witnesses described this object as a blue triangle-shaped object. So let's have a look, see what you guys think is going on in this footage, and because I've managed to get a lot of information with this footage, so I'm quite pleased with this one. But I'll tell you what, like I always say in the videos, let's take a look at the video and we'll have a quick chat afterwards.
Let's have a look.
Right. Is it on? Let's see. There we go. Okay, I know what.
Below full screen, then.
I am. Thank you, sir. See?
Sorry, I tell you what I do. Sorry, mate.
Okay, you guys ready? I hope the Hidden Underbelly doesn't copyright me for using his intro. Enough of the jokes. Okay, guys, we've got a piece of footage of this vibrant blue object that was seen over the skies of Croatia. So, guys, let's take a look at the footage, and then we'll have a real quick chat afterwards. So here's what I know about this footage. This was captured on June the 25th, 2024 at 3 in the morning. That's 3 a.m. And the witness stated that this object was solid in shape. It was a triangular shape, and it was bright blue. Now, he stated that he didn't feel that this object was a drone because of the high wind, which you can hear in the video. So to keep it pretty steady, you'd have to be a damn good drone, and you'd have to be a damn good drone pilot. But we don't believe this is a drone, because looking at this looks like it's giving off some sort of plasma. But the most astonishing thing about this footage is it was also picked up on the webcam. Now, the webcam is time-lapse. But guys, let's have a look at the 3 webcams that did pick it up. Now, that was pretty cool that this object was captured on 3 of the webcams that watched this city out in Croatia. Now, what you're looking at here are 2 of the stills from the webcam. Now, this one here, you can see what I might be out of reach here, but this one here, it does look like there is something in the clouds. But in this one here, it does look like it's caught part of the triangular shaped object. Now, if you look at it, it looks like it's the lower part of the triangle UFO. Now, I just wish that the webcam had got it better, but hey, we deal with what we got, don't we? So if you guys are going to say, look, from the footage, it could be a building, here is a Google image that you're looking at of the exact location. And as you can see where this object was seen, there is no buildings behind it. So it leaves to question, what could this object be? Could this be some sort of UFO, triangle UFO, that's using plasma to either enter or leave? Or is it the power system that it's using? Is it a plasmatic power system? Or is this some sort of rip? Or is this some sort of natural phenomena that the people out in Croatia ain't never seen? What do you guys think? So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe. Oh man,
that's an interesting video, man. That's an interesting video. I think I can honestly say I can rule out a drone purely because you can hear the wind, how strong it is. That if that was a drone in the sky, that would have been blowing side to side. So you can definitely rule that out. It does look like some sort of plasma. You're quite right there, Hidden. It's kind of hard to work out when you've got a sort of plasma craft in the sky or something like that. Also needs to take in consideration that there was lightning as well. And maybe there might have been some sort of break in the cloud, ball lightning as a possible explanation. Who knows, man? But it's definitely an interesting.
Well, when I was looking at this footage, I was quick to. I was going to write it off quick because I was going to say, I'll tell you what it looked like to me. It looked like You know, when they do the fuel separations for the rockets, a fuel dump.
Oh yeah, yeah. It gets the big sort of, I would say like a halo, but that's sort of long, and it gets expanded bigger. Is that what you're talking about?
Indeed, indeed. But
Yeah,
see
yeah.
see my problem with this, with it being a fuel dump, is
Mm.
the brightness of the blue. I've never seen a fuel dump blue. They're always white.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. And also bear in mind, it depends on what direction. If it was some sort of missile or rocket into space, there will be a long trail, and due to that time, quick. So I think we can rule out that, to be honest with you. But it kind of looks like that 100%.
Well,
Effect.
we're having technical problems already.
Video footage.
my camera and his mic. I think he's
Is my
frozen
mic
now.
working?
It was having some issues, man. You were sounding like you're having some
Terminator.
issues. Yeah. But
Am I all good now? Yeah.
Yeah, you sound all good. So I hope you guys like it. There's also another photo that I didn't put into the video because I didn't get it when I made the video. So I will post it. So that's that piece of footage. I think it is interesting. I would say it was a break in the clouds. It could be possible. See, the other thing is this: if you read in the description box, the guy, he said he witnessed it for himself for 10 minutes. He didn't stay.
Right.
So, and he said it didn't move. Now we've only got 30 seconds of footage, so I have to take his word what he's saying. You know what I mean? That he said he witnessed this for 10 minutes. I always think when somebody says I witnessed something for 10 minutes, hey KJ, much love, brother, much love. I think that if you can witness something for 10 minutes, surely you can film longer than 31 seconds. Surely.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is with video footage, especially UFO footage, is that you don't know what happens afterwards. Like, where did the craft go? This is the problem. It's
but
you can never
like
get
I said, like I said, you dealt with the hand you get. So I mean, I'd rather have 30 seconds of footage than none at all.
Sure, yeah.
But
even if it's some sort of plasma in the sky.
So yeah, I mean, if you got the sense to film something that you know you haven't seen before, you have this. I would, but what I would do and what another man would do and what you would do, it's probably completely different. So
sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm the balls in your court, my friend. This is where Nick is. I know. Did I put an S on it?
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, yeah, Hidden, what do you want to start off first with? Because you sent me something quite interesting on Reddit in regards of a NASA aerospace engineer who I'm going to butcher the name. Do you want to bring up the video and we can discuss on it? Because there's some things she mentioned about extra dimensional beings, UFOs, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think that's quite a good. I think it's quite a good topic because you remember when we were over on Ollie's channel and I said to him that 15 years ago when we were talking about interdimensional beings, we were kind of always laughed at, and now they're talking about it and people saying interdimensional beings. We were so dismissed. Even the guy at CERN's that had to make the camera to prove that CERN's is getting interdimensional beings.
And they're definitely tapping into something.
And to be honest, I have seen the pictures of what this camera is taking, and I'm going to say to you that they're not all of them. Not all the pictures is something there. I think a lot of the pictures are, what's that word when you're seeing faces in, what is it?
Pareidolia. Is that what you're talking about?
Pareidolia, yeah. I think a lot of it is pareidolia, but there are a couple that I looked at and I said, no way that I can see that. There's no way.
Yeah, I understand, mate. I've got a picture of an orb, and you can clearly see a face in it, and it's definitely not pareidolia. It's like even people I've shown it to are like, "Holy shit, no, that's definitely a face in that," you know. So it's yeah, but that's what the skeptics say, don't they? Oh, it's just pareidolia. It's just your mind. You're just playing tricks on you.
Well, but to me, you know, like the thing is, where I see pareidolia at play is a lot of ghost pictures, but and you can see faces, but
Yeah.
it's a weird one to crack. Because
Yeah,
a
definitely is.
picture is like with lighting and everything. But anyways, let's get on with the show. Nobody wants to talk about pareidolia and debunking ghost videos, man.
Oh man, let's bring up the video. It should be on the screen there for you,
Oh,
mate, to bring up.
that's down to me.
There we are. Let me put you on full screen. So this is mate. How do you say that word? I'm going to butcher it. She has
Sinaz Sony.
Sony. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Sony. Sinaz Sony. Oh, hello, nurse.
Right. Let's do this. Let's play and we'll talk about this. Oh no,
Like
you can't hear it. Hold on.
See, come to the show. Nothing works.
Nothing works. Yeah.
And I have had engineers come to me and say that they were seeing crafts right at the launch site that moved in ways that nothing can move, at least nothing that is designed by human can move with the speed that it was moving. Or there were certain motion that they were doing that the craft is not capable of doing. So I had people actually come to me and say those things. So the point of the story is that we have data that shows that there is an intervention. We have a data that shows that not only that that there's an intervention that's invisible, but there's intervention, like there are crafts like lurking around right at the launch when we were testing to kind of make sure certain things happens that's completely unexplainable when we were doing some tests. So my philosophy is based on years and years of hearing these type of stories, is that because I do believe everything happens for a reason, and everything that happens has also a reason. You see, there's two different distinction there. So it's all about, making sense out of these information. I say that the reason when we do, like when we blasted the atomic bomb, right? When we do launch a rocket, whenever we do anything that is going to take us into that projectile motion, we are interfering, we are interfering at the larger single action as a human we take, we are interfering with, right? But you are doing something as big as rocket launches, then you are interfering with all there is in existence at the larger level. So there are beings, definitely I've always believed that there has been intelligence, right? There's intelligence in different form and in different dimension and in different places. This intelligence has its way of showing up in your life, depending on what they're going to get from it. So whenever we do something as big as rocket launches, then we are interfering with these intelligence at the level where it changes the shape of humanity, the shape of our history and our future, and also their future.
Right, Hidden. Did it
And I
go
have
funny?
had engineers come to me and say that they were seeing craft.
Was it going funny during that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone understand what she said? The last
well,
bit.
Maybe you know what I thought? Maybe we should tell people who she is. Did you guys? Because we didn't say. We just tried to pronounce her name and just shot off with it.
Yeah, no, I mentioned it, mate. Yeah, it was the NASA aerospace engineer named She-Has Sony, and she was She-Has, that's it, yeah, and she was a former employee of NASA. She's just basically given her testimony of what she has been told herself, what has been flying over missile launches, nuclear sites, and craft looking around launch sites as well. But she also goes into the extra dimensional beings potentially. That's more or less been popularized in the last few years in ufology. But what was interesting that she mentions, I don't know if anyone in the chat managed to pick it up. She mentions that she mentions here that when you're doing something that is big as a rocket launch, you are interfering with all the things in existence, which I found quite interesting, because in the 40s, when we were testing atomic bombs, I can't remember, it's near like Area 51, that sort of area, a bunch of UFO sightings started to happen like appearing in America, especially over launch sites. And maybe there's a correlation between atomic bombs, literally the signal that it gives off, the detonation of the bomb itself must expand throughout space and gives off this distress signal or something, or some beings out there going, what the bloody hell is that? We could pick that up from here. And then suddenly you start having all these crafts come in, because there are a few videos, if it plays all right, of UFOs being tracking down missiles and like rockets and stuff like that, disabling nuclear missiles as well. It's quite crazy, but I thought it's quite interesting that she mentions that. The fact that atomic explosions can give off signals throughout the solar system is very, very interesting. And also she mentions that there's a sort of, well, she mentions that there are beings that are more intelligent than humans, different forms, different dimensions, and different places. So you could say they're living among us, but we just can't see them in our three-dimensional reality that we're living in. So there's a few things that she mentioned that was quite interesting, especially from a NASA scientist. I mean, NASA, what does that stand for? Never a straight answer. But nevertheless, what she's saying is kind of like the crumbs in ufology that we're talking about at the moment, especially interdimensional beings. What do you think, Adam?
Well, I think I like what she's saying.
Yeah.
But she's basically saying, again, we're getting like the same kind of deal with the Congress dudes. You know, I've been told this, you know, I'd like to see a picture. But I think like what I've always said, guys, is this. They like to tell us old stories, but dress them up newly. So it's like something new. What she's saying isn't nothing new. I agree with you. I agree. Like when we first tested the atomic bomb, the orbs got very interested. Very
Definitely.
interested.
Yeah.
And I do somewhat buy into. There's a lot of things behind my thought on this, but I don't want to call this a prison planet, but I just think that we're not meant to leave this. So
in the way that our souls are regenerated and then repackaged.
nothing like that. Nothing spiritual. I'm talking about us as human beings. Okay. That we ain't meant to be in space. We're supposed to be staying here, and there's a lot of medical evidence for that.
Sure, definitely. Yeah.
Like
I don't believe we went to the moon, so.
Like, well, that's a different story. I'm not, but what I'm saying is like the calcium loss in our human, that is tested in low orbits. So there is, the body is not supposed to be out in space. Sure, we're getting smart and we can combat it, but let's see. You know, that's how I feel. It's just very interesting that she's bringing up other dimensions. Now I sound like Beastie Boys to another dimension. I just heard that song as soon as I said it. But it's very what do you guys think out there? What do you guys think out there about interdimensional beings? Give me a 1 if you think they're real. 2 give me a 1 if you believe in them. Give me a 2 if you don't. Give me a 3 if you're uncertain.
Yeah. Because the thing is hidden. The person who's really amplified this A prison planet, nice theory. Yeah. It makes you feel a bit paranoid, doesn't it? Like a bit trapped on this bloody earth. But going back to the interdimensional theory into ufology, Lou Elizondo really popularized that a couple of years ago when he was told by this officer or admiral that whatever is visiting this planet is interdimensional. And I don't personally believe anything Lou Elizondo says. We're not going to go into that discussion, but he's the one that's popularized it in the past year or two, mate. So this is why you're seeing the crumbs of this. How old is this video? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But the thing is, this is what I said at the beginning. These guys are coming at you with old stories, just redressing them. So it's really annoying because I know myself, I was talking about interdimensional beings a long time ago, before the names. I was talking about it. Just unfortunately, nobody's listening. And it's only just you guys that are listening. And people that are watching on playback will listen. But there's nobody going to call me in front of Parliament. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, let me just get my cat away from it. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I mean, she makes some good points, I have to admit. But like I said, Hidden, you made a good point. She's just rehashing stuff that we already know. So yeah.
Well, I hate to say it. I mean, I like the fact that it's a NASA aerospace engineer. Or is she a former aerospace engineer? She probably will be after this.
Yeah, I think she's former. Yeah. Because I was reading through Reddit, and she's former. So that's why she came forward, most probably.
So there's the yin and yang. But if it's truth, I'm glad she's speaking out about it because, again, like you said, you never get anything from NASA unless you're the hidden underbelly. Then you get NASA answers you. So you know what I mean. But other than me, NASA don't really talk to nobody. So
there you don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised that NASA hasn't got any decent footage of these extra-dimensional beings and UFOs and crafts when they got bloody satellites up in space that's been there for about 80 years.
How did you know they don't know? This is the thing. Remember, it took one guy to hack into NASA and say, look, man, look at this picture. Look at this picture, man. This guy had a picture sitting on the desk.
Yeah.
And look how much money NASA spent filtering the face on Mars out.
And even the buildings on the moon as well. Yeah, that's they're quite notoriously known for doing that, aren't they? I have to admit, I mean, Gary McKinnon is definitely, you could say he's probably the only whistleblower. I mean, whistleblower.
That did the right thing. That did the right thing.
Yeah.
He didn't go on no shows. He didn't do nothing. He broke into it and he dumped everything. He dumped the files.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's a whistleblower. Not a guy who's standing in front of Congress in a suit talking about, I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hidden, with Gary McKinnon, he didn't drop any evidence though. These are just all.
Didn't he drop that picture? Because I'm sure I saw the picture.
No. What happened is that Gary McKinnon, at the time, there was the Disclosure Project back in 2001, and he was listening to the witness testimony from people who were in charge of launching nuclear missiles. So these are obviously very credible people. And one of the persons that was given a presentation says, in NASA, there is a specific unit where they have all the photographs. And Gary hacked into that same place, and he said that he found it was definitely in orbit, this cylindrical object that had geometric domes on it. That's what he said, but he never produced any evidence whatsoever. Mate, if he did, he'd be banged up in America. Honestly, because he says he didn't take any screenshots and stuff like that. So it's just like hearsay stuff. But the thing is, he hacked into NASA. He hacked in 100%.
I bet we're gonna get a deathbed video from him saying, when I said I didn't take a screenshot. Well, mate, if you're gonna bust into NASA and have a nose around at the pictures they got, I know. I sure saw them taking a picture.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Probably that's probably his only insurance to be alive. Is look, mate, I've got the picture. If you kill me, that's going out.
Yeah, he still hasn't got his hard drive or computer back from the US, from what I remember, because he was on Alien Scientist channel, I think back beginning of the year, probably last year. And he says he still hasn't got access to his original computer. Which, if you got all that bloody information hidden, you weren't going to get that hard drive back or anything like that.
He could have took it
but
on
who
the
knows,
thumbnail,
man?
though. He could have. This man is clever enough to hack into NASA. Surely he's clever enough to get something and put it somewhere. Surely.
Yeah, the thing is, but the thing is, in a way, Gary McKinnon wanted to prove to NASA and all these military places, says, look, your security systems are shit. Because he was just looking for blank passwords. That's it. It's literally a computer that had no password and had all this bloody top secret information. And that's what he was doing. He was just the idea is what he was doing is like an early version of screen share, I believe. Don't quote me on that one, but he would basically share the screen of the person, but there would be no security systems, no passwords. So in a way, he's saying, look, your security systems are shit. You need to do something about it because I can hack into it. But also, this was the time when it was 9/11 as well. So that was a pretty sketchy time as well. So, yeah. But nevertheless, he did do the inevitable and actually hack into NASA and the Pentagon and stuff like that. So, yeah. True whistleblower to a certain degree.
Indeed. So, where do you want to go with this now? I mean, do you have? Sorry.
Let's have a little look. Let's should we bring up a video and see if that would work? Because this is in regards of 2 seconds. UFOs over nuclear launch sites. Let's bring this up. Let's have a little look. Can you see that, Hayden?
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Right, let's bring this on full screen. So this is a Air Force officer who witnessed, he was bringing to a meeting and he was showed this videotape of this missile being fired, but there's this object flying around it. Now, this is harking back to what the NASA aerospace engineer was talking about over craft lurking over nuclear and launch missile sites. So let's click play on this.
And flying downrange, we got all 3 stages of powered flight. And as the dummy warhead and the package flew on down range, we were all celebrating the fact that we had seen the thing and accomplished the mission. When I got back to the base with the film the next day, I was called into the office of Major Florence J. Mansman. And there were 3 people in gray suits standing in there. There was a 16-millimeter camera and a screen setup. Major Mansman said, "Lieutenant, sit down and watch this." And he turned down the lights, turned on the camera on the projector, and the film came on. And I recognized it as the film that we'd shot at Big Sur the previous day. Toward the end of the flight, I was looking at Major Mansman saying, "Pretty good stuff, huh, sir?" And suddenly he said, "Just watch this." And as I watched, the warhead, the dummy warhead, the chaff that was put out in front of it as a decoy to deflect the Russian anti-missile tracking radar. Everything was flying along, and suddenly, in the same direction this stuff was flying at about 8,000 miles an hour, an object came into the frame, shot a beam of light at the warhead, flew up to the top, shot another beam of light, flew around the direction it was flying, shot another beam of light at the warhead, flew down, shot another beam of light at the warhead, and flew out the same way it came in.
Well, I don't. Why didn't you see this when you were shooting it?
Well, it was 600-800 miles away from us.
Oh, I got you.
They confiscated. Well, first of all, Major Mansman said to me, "What was that? Were you guys screwing around up there?" I said, "No, sir." And he said, "Then tell me what that was." And I said, "We got a UFO." And he said, "Lieutenant, you are never to speak of this again." As far as this didn't happen.
Hold on,
And
guys.
for-
I'll be right back. I got to take a break. Okay, that's weird. You think there's a national defense plan for aliens? Sounds crazy. We'll ask about that next.
So there we go. Yeah, you're right. Florida real UFOs and road emotions. Must clarify. Yes, that video what you just saw there, that is
Oh,
not
sorry.
the footage. That is not the footage at all. That's just CGI stuff, I can imagine, or a different event. So yeah, but nevertheless, you do have these high-ranking officials, military officials, coming forward and say, look, you know, there are these objects flying around our missile launch sites and nuclear launch sites as well. So I thought that was interesting to show, just to say, look,
But
there are
so-
government officials.
So obviously, you invested some time into these sightings.
Yeah, so some of these sightings, in fact, I'm going to bring up another video in a minute,
So
would actually basically dismantle, well, I say dismantle, I'll say disengage these missiles, especially nuclear missiles. It will actually deactivate it. It's very, very strange. So there's some sort of intelligence behind it, whether or not it's something to do with, I don't know, Russia or, I mean, especially at the time, like after the war. Because obviously you need to take in consideration is that a lot of these UFO sightings were seen over nuclear sites and missile sites in 1940s. This is after the war. This is how far back we're going. Whether or not it's happening now, I think
that's quite interesting what you said, because that just made me think of the Cold War. And when the government's coming in and said you don't talk about this, could it be again ours? That
this
maybe
is what I'm thinking, Hidden.
Maybe we're testing it out to see, like, when the enemy sends a missile, we can switch it off.
Yeah. This is harking back to what the Germans were doing in the Second World War in terms of radar. Remember I talked about Foo Fighters having this plasma ball in the sky because these radar systems are so powerful. Perhaps that technology was taken, obviously was into England, but somewhere else. And possibly why we're seeing these plasma effects could possibly be our enemies having this technology this advanced radar systems. And we know that the Russian had something called the Russian woodpecker back in the 80s. That was almost like a harp thing, but it can produce plasma balls as well because it was so powerful. Obviously, the Germans had these radar systems to potentially track aircraft, but down aircraft as well. And if we were talking about 20, 30 years down the line and someone's actually perfected that technology, perhaps what we're seeing in the sky in terms of what these military people are seeing in the sky with their missiles is actually possibly our technology to actually disengage missiles. They're sort of like a practice run. So instead of actually practicing on our country, we go to do it in America to see how far. It's just a speculation here, but
indeed,
plasma.
It's all speculation.
Yeah, this is it. So
until you get a solid craft.
Exactly. Yeah. And everything's at night. I haven't seen any of these government officials saying that, they saw this in the daytime. It was always at night, which explains the plasma effect, because you tend to get that with UFO sightings. I'm going to realize that. Sorry, Karen Herndon.
Oh, I was going to say, was the next video going to be Fukushima? Because somebody brought that up in the chat.
Yeah, actually, I've got the article here. Let's have a little look. It's all to do with Fukushima. Now, when was that? I don't know if anybody remembers in chat. Fukushima disaster in.
Come on, you guys will get a prize. You'll get a prize if you get it right.
You get a tinfoil hat if you remember.
I'll stand up and show you my shorts. Oh dear, my camera's broken.
Let's have a little look. Where is this article?
It would be cool to do. It would be cool to do a giveaway, guys.
Yeah, it would do, man.
You know what? When I get better, when I get financially better, I'm gonna give. I would like to give back to you guys. So we'll have a little giveaway. We'll do a UFO quiz. Put some faces up and see if you guys can name them, because I won't.
Yeah. A golden tinfoil hat if anybody wins. So Anyway,
All
right, here is an article.
She Pop's got it.
2000. Who's that?
Is that right? Is that right? Because now somebody
2000.
coming in and said 2003.
Yeah,
Somebody came in.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know who you are. Yes, Fukushima, March 2011. Yes, it was. Yes. So here is an article. I haven't got any video footage, but this is an article from Vice. Now, you know what Vice is like, but nevertheless, it's quite interesting. Why do UFO sightings keep on happening near nuclear sites? And this is to do with Fukushima. Now, what we have here.
Sorry. Okay, go on. Now,
Yeah,
this was
so
a
am I breaking
daytime
up?
sighting. No. Somebody precog said they got it in before She Pop, and I was like, yes. So I was apologizing, say very sorry. So hold on. Let me hold on.
Right.
hold
Yeah,
on.
you're right. Yeah.
All right. So let me. There you are, props. If I was giving away a prize, I'd have to give you one as well because I made the blunder and you won it. So you won it. You won the prize. You won a lifelong subscription to the Hidden Underbelly. Run, brother, run. Okay, sorry. We stop jesting now.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Let's have a little look. Can you see that photograph on here of the power plant? Yeah, you can see it. So yeah, this was taken over Fukushima during the nuclear disaster in March of 2011. And there have been these like balls of light, silver balls of light that were floating around at the time. I don't have any video footage.
Is there any
So,
how
yeah,
can you go back to the picture? So I want to have a better look to see if they are really in the sky. Oh, I can't see where they are with the silos. Would you say that?
No, I can't see it on the left photo, but I do remember seeing some.
That does look like it is in the sky because at the bottom one, it looks like that's clouds in front of it. So we can dismiss.
We're talking about. Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
tricky
know,
one,
Vice.
man. But Vice that it's not really trustworthy, but I couldn't really find any sort of articles on it. But I was reading through it. It does have some decent information in regards of balls of light that were floating around, and I can remember seeing video footage, but somehow I can't really find anything. But you did have like these 10 balls of light that were hovering over the nuclear facility after the disaster has happened. And maybe harking back to what the aerospace engineer was saying, it could be the explosion was so big it gave off a distress signal, and then you had all these balls of light checking out what's going on, but they would add a dose of radiation. So I think that might be all right.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, that's what.
So was
I've got on.
Was that during the leak, or was that?
Yeah, it was the days afterwards. They were seeing these balls of light floating about. Yeah, they wasn't too sure, but they kept it quiet. She Pop might remember.
And what was the environmental impact on the sea? Because I do remember they kept on talking about it for a bit, and then it went quiet.
Yeah, because it was such a big disaster. I mean, the plumes of radiation that spread around the world, in fact, into the sea as well, it's one of the biggest nuclear disasters ever. But they really kept it stumpf. Plus these balls of light as well that was spotted in the sky. Again, I haven't got any video footage of it, but it is very interesting. But
it's a shame.
Yeah, it was a massive nuclear disaster, huge.
I mean, we have to say, for argument's sake, what we're looking at, we can only talk about that. But guys, if we can, because we're going to come back in 2 weeks, so if we can find some footage of this, well, I'd like to come back to this because it's quite interesting. See, this was before my time. before I got involved in the channel and started looking deep. So, but yeah, because the funny thing is, the reason why I got a bit interested in this, you remember the last time we were on Alien Addicts last week, and I said, what if these orbs were us from the future? We're kind of like on a history lesson. You remember when we were discussing time travel and all that?
Like where human species are repackaged and reformed into another.
No, I don't know where you want to go with this repackaging things, man. That's the second time you said that.
Yeah, but it is though. You know, it's just we're just going through a cycle, then, isn't it? We're just repackaged into another human being, into another materialistic.
I'm talking about time travel. I'm talking. Think like you just said that was one of the biggest disasters here on Earth, if not the biggest, right? So you imagine. Let's say maybe 200 years. Some high school or in England sixth form class wants to know a bit more about Fukushima. See the impact it had on the planet. And if you could time travel, you know what I mean?
And go back in time and relive it. Yeah, I understand, man. Yeah, because
these orbs were also seen in what happened in New York on September. You know, they were 3 orbs that were seen there. And there was some sort of activity going on during the biggest tidal wave that we actually saw. There was a lot. There was
with Fukushima.
That tidal
with the
wave.
earthquake, wasn't it? Yeah, tidal wave. Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, it was one of the biggest ones on record, wasn't it? Yeah, it seems to be a lot of these balls of light seems to be attached to these big disasters. Chernobyl was bad. Chernobyl was bad. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of any sightings of these orbs over at Chernobyl? Anybody in the chat as well? Have you, Nick? Have you heard of these?
No, I haven't, Eden. No. Anyone in chat who's come across that? Because again, that was a very big nuclear disaster. I don't think it's beyond the scale was as Fukushima, but Fukushima was really kept down low. She-pop. I remember what entities filmed.
Yeah. They were kind of like floating around. That was pretty. I wish I had a channel then, man, because that would have been straight on it.
Yeah, we'll bring it up next time. We'll bring it up. We'll make a note of it. We'll bring it up. Yeah, no, but you think
Florida in the house, Florida in the house. Big it up, big it up, big it up, Nick. Big it up for Florida, man.
Yes, let's big it up, man. Let's big it up. But do you know what? These balls of light have been seen for bloody, decades, mate. Even like 100 years. We've got paintings of them going back,
There you go.
500 years.
So what if I see? I'll share with you guys this because I've had a little 420, so I'll share with you this. I often think that some of these things are of time travel because I don't think I don't know. I can only speculate. So I'm going to say, here's my speculation on all this. And obviously my speculation is going to make everything right. So you get what I'm saying. But my speculation on this is like, we haven't perfected time travel where our bodies can go, kind of like the Terminator. They can send organic matter through that's all they can send through. Right. I don't think we've got that. I think what we've got is some sort of, I could be even talking like virtual reality where you don't physically go, but you're there. It's an immersion. But these objects are there. These objects are there.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope you guys...
in a way that in a way your consciousness is really taking hold then as not using your material body, but using your consciousness as a vehicle.
Or maybe too, another way is to look the technology that Elon Musk has just thrown out with the Neuralink, where you're using your thoughts. So what if you had an object that could transmit sense, taste, three-dimensional, if not 4-dimensional, where you're getting, and in 4-dimensional, what I mean is like you're also getting the sense of smell. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like the five senses you're talking about. Yeah.
That's more what I'm on about. And now, do you see, I had this theory a long time before Elon Musk did the Neuralink, but I can see what that guy can do with the Neuralink. So imagine 100 years from now, man. There's always going to be a smart guy in the room.
Sure.
At the moment, way Elon, sorry, that's it. I'm done.
No,
let me take it here.
I was going to say, I mean, it just kind of harkens back to like what the Matrix says. I can't remember the character. It says, "What is the five senses?" This is like on top of my head. It says all your five senses: you smell, the taste, what you can see, is all electronic signals into your brain. This is what it is. It's just electronic signals. So maybe the Neuralink could actually access that. In a way, what you're saying, Hidden, is that it can access your consciousness, but in a way, you can actually add the five senses because you're just adding electronic signals into your brain.
Exactly. It's all of that. It's not real.
So, yeah, exactly. It's not real. Yeah. And I kind of understand what David Icke is like. The whole, what we're seeing now is only like a very small frequency that our brain can tune in. But there's obviously other frequencies that we can't see because our eye perception is only like 0.01%. So this is what the Neuralink scares me, man. I'd rather stay human, bruv. I'd rather stay human. I mean, if I can have the Neuralink and actually smoke weed and get high from that, from just being in the Neuralink, I'm like, take it. You know? But man, I'd rather just stay human, bruv. You know what I mean? But that's just futuristic stuff, man. That just scares me. So good luck to the person whoever's got that implanted into their brain. So, you know.
Well, I think now I'm an older boy and I've seen how this world has changed. And I think give it, and I'm going to say possibly 3 to 4 generations.
Right.
And this Neuralink's going to sound damn attractive to him.
Yeah, but it's going to sell it to you as a package. It's a bit like the 15-minute cities. It's like, oh, this would be a really good thing for you, but actually they're actually doing something else. They're doing that, but they're actually doing something else with their hands, really. So, but how much is this stuff going to cost? For instance, if this Neuralink can actually cure blindness and cure diseases and stuff like that,
certain kind of blindness.
Yeah, but it's going to come at a price, man. It's not going to be cheap unless it's for entertainment purposes, like you're watching a bloody TV or being at a soccer match.
Well, see, now this is where my old boy perspective comes in. Back in the days, how much did PCs cost?
Oh, thousands, hundreds. You know, if you're going back to the 90s. But things will get smaller and smaller over the years, don't they? When you look at it,
they will. You know, like I think it's ridiculous the prices that they charge for certain products that are Again, I got to be careful. I don't want to be sued by anybody. So, anyways, look at the prices that they pay for a phone, a mobile phone. I mean, to me, I think it's ridiculous if you're going to pay what they're paying for these phones. But I think it's going to be how it's packaged, how it's marketed. I think it will. I think, and I hate to say this, and I'm sorry if you feel offended, then that's you that's going to feel offended. But I think there's a minority of citizens around the world that are lazy. And if this thing can offer things where you're going to be even more lazier just by your thoughts, then they might buy into it. And then coupled with loneliness. I mean, they're going to offer you a companion. You know what I mean? Hook that baby up to the...
If it's a virtual reality, they're going to sell it like sex is going to be part of that, like some sort of interaction. Sex sells, bro.
But even just to combat loneliness, you get what I'm saying? So I give it 3 to 4 generations. So you're talking about in 60 years, I won't be around for that.
No, mate, you'll be around for that. Trust me. The way technology and AI is emerging.
I'm
Fuck,
still
it's
old,
scary.
boy. I'm coming this world 100% human, and I'm going out 100% human. It's just the
Bruv, I would
future. It's just
100%.
the future. It's just the future. I hope many warriors rise. That's all. I just hope that many warriors rise, and don't hold on to your phones. Put them down. Have a break. Have a day off. Leave it at home. Switch it off. Please.
Those days are over, man. You just made a good point here, Dim.
Fight.
Everyone,
Fight.
I'm not saying everyone is lazy. There's some good people out there. There's some realistic people who actually are capable of actually a critical thought. But it depends on the generation. Now we're talking about my previous generation, which would be, the one after me, which is what, Gen Z or whatever they are. These purple-haired, they can't get a job. They're, they complain about stuff on a continuous matter on Twitter. These people are lazy. So this will be more in their demographic. Do you understand? But it's how they're going to market it to you and to the people.
It'll be marketed. It'll be marketed. Once they see they making people walk on this stuff, because ready, he's the man. He's the man. Elon can do it. If he says he can do it, he's going to do it. You know what I mean?
He was going to go to Mars.
Ain't he still trying?
They're already there, mate. They're already there.
Well, they
got bases on there.
They ain't there till Elon's there. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
So, anything else for us, Nick, man? Because I'm getting stoned, so I'm gonna talk some stuff that'll get us banned.
Oh man, I'm joining you, bruv. Let's have a little look. Let's talk about the Eric Thompson photograph, and that will be the last bit for me. Now, this is interesting, guys. For anyone who's watching in chat, who's into ufology, you need to check out this photograph. I have never seen it on Twitter on the very short period of time I've been on there. And let's bring up the video.
While Nick's sorting that out, I gotta ask anybody 420 in the house? Who's 420 with us? Let's see that. Let's see that.
Hell yeah!
I'll just let you know that I am tasting some of Bob Marley's favorite strain.
What was it? What was the strain?
Lamb's breath. Oh no, we can't. What are you tasting, Nick? We can't tell you what 420 is. It's like the Matrix.
It is, isn't it?
We can't tell you
what. And Amy.
Ooh, that sounds.
Yeah, nice.
We can't. Very nice tell you. We can't tell you, brother. We have to show you.
The proof's in the pudding, mate. Grab this video, man, and we'll show this interesting.
What you talking about, brother? It's right there. It's right there. You're telling me to grab it up.
Oh yeah, there it is. Sorry, man. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Choke.
Right, 153. Okay, this is a really interesting photograph, guys. Right, so this was taken by Eric Thompson in 1993 on the 10th of March, 1993 in Australia in the Messalan Beach, and this craft came out of the ground, came out of the water, and you had this other object floating underneath it. So let's continue with the video.
Hold on, say that again. Because I was laughing. I was laughing at that. No, I meant that one. I'll keep on pressing the wrong one. Help me, Jesus. There you go. I got you. That's the one I was laughing at. Can you say that about the crafts on the water?
Yeah, this craft rose out of the water, and it's almost like a donut-shaped craft with 3 legs. It kind of looks like a drone, but you had this circular object that hangs underneath it, and the guy took several photographs as it flew over his head. So let's continue with David Clayton, who I did see years ago in a lecture, and he's going to be talking about this. Yes.
Before you click it, yeah. Okay, lamb's breath. It's a really nice smoke, man. And nice to see you, brother. I hope you get monetized. I really hope you do, man.
Yeah,
So,
me too, bruv.
I'd like if you could write, because I am interested. How come they ain't monetizing you? Because I can't see you doing anything wrong. So, but check this guy out, guys. He does some good stuff as well, man. He's like me and Mavi.
That's good, man. It's good to hear.
Nice to see you in, man. Okay, let's get on with this. Tell me what we're watching, man.
Right, okay, let's go with it. Right, this is David Clayton, who's talking about the photograph that was taken in Australia. So it's about a few minutes long, so sit tight. It's 4:20. Let's get on with it.
A place called Maslin Beach, where this chap called Eric Thomason had accidentally taken 3 photographs, or maybe 4, of a UFO coming out of this water and then hovering more or less opposite, about 200-300 feet off the surface. And Eric had several days been trying to get a good weather to take an early morning photograph for a competition run by a newspaper. And he borrowed his son's camera because he hadn't owned a camera. So this camera is a 35mm film camera. So in the 10th of March 1993, he set his alarm for 5:45 or something like that. And the weather of the sky looked promising, so he set off with the dog to give the dog a walk, and walked a short distance, quarter of a mile maybe, from his home in Maslin Beach to the coastline. And there's a particular point there, it's called Ochre Point. So we're about 15-20 miles south of the city of Adelaide. So then he's walking along this coastal path. So he's like 200 foot up from the beach.
Yeah.
And then he noticed, looking around for a shot, he couldn't see anybody else, no fishing vessels or anything. Saw this disturbance in the water very briefly, and then this circular object, craft, appeared, dripping water, and then hovered off at him. So he had his son's camera with a leather strap around his wrist, so he sort of took a shot, and then it had 3 legs extended down.
We'll see that in the first shot, don't we?
Why the legs are there? Because they're over the sea. Perhaps they're intending to go and land inland somewhere. Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
But anyway, he noticed a smaller dot up to the right, much higher. He didn't sort of perceive initially what that was, and then he realised this thing was another little craft, and it would approach the main object, which we like to call the mothership. I mean, bear in mind, Eric had no knowledge of ufology. He was 69 years of age. He was an ex-wartime decorated pilot with a DFC and a DFM. And he
wrote a book, didn't he? That book
he wrote the book about his squadron.
Yeah, we'll show the cover of that.
Yeah, you can put it if you like. So he'd no computers, pre-digital age anyway.
Yeah,
he never owned a computer or knew how to use one. So he just grabbed these pictures, and then this smaller object came around over the top, behind, and circled round, and then went underneath. And the 3 shots, it docks and fits neatly and snugly into the hollowed centre of the mothership, which was like a donut recess. And he could see on the angle of the pit, he was tilted at one point, and he could see visually what, like a railed gantry over the periphery of the curvature that he could see into it with lights or something. It was internal lights around this gantry, and then there was 3 lights underneath, sort of recess. And he could see 2 of them from his position, which we think now had some connection with the docking procedure to bring the thing in. And it went up.
Pause this.
And slotted it.
Yep.
Now, when was these pictures taken?
It's in 1993. Could anyone in chat remember this? Someone must remember this photograph. Now, looking at this about 15 years later, it's look at this photograph. Look, you can see my cursor right between where the top craft is and the circular craft at the bottom. In between, can you see
strings?
Like some sort of yeah. It's too clear. This is a really good. Like this is probably one of the best UFO photographs, I should say, taken. It's too good to be true, isn't it, Hidden? But what are you going to say, bruv?
You don't look right.
I know.
I want
Look at it. That.
I got to bring this picture back up, man. Sorry. I need to have a good.
Do you want me to continue?
It's those strings that are bugging me. Could that be artifacts in the picture?
Possibility from my
that's what it is.
Okay.
Did they show at first the original? This was 1993.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of fell asleep like watching this. So where is this? In Australia.
Bro.
Man,
yeah,
16 minutes long, man. So have they shown the original untidied up picture?
No, this is it. It's only like a 5-minute clip, mate. I know I've shown the whole 60-minute clip, but this is if I do you want me to continue and see if they managed to find we'll show the original photo.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like building up and I'm drifting off.
Sorry, his voice is very boring.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
If you like,
can't sleep, put him on.
I'd say, well, fuck it. If we were going to fall asleep at this point, let's
skip
just
through. Okay, let's have a look at that one.
Yeah.
See?
Let's do that.
Now, this is the one he says.
Yeah.
This is the one. Is this the one that he says came out of the water dripping wet?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, because you can see at the top there, I don't know if you can see it on the cursor, right on the top right-hand corner, near about, you can see the black dot. So apparently this has just come out the water. You can't really see. There's no indication that the craft has come out of the water. It's too smooth, isn't it?
Is that the original picture?
This is the original. Yeah, this is all original pictures.
If you ever want to revisit this, man, see that's where it looks too perfect. But that looks good, man. No,
it's very good, isn't it?
That looks good. That looks good.
So this is all in stages. This is the close-up shot. It looks like something that would have been built on this planet. It possibly could be a drone, but then you got the circular object going above and through the craft itself.
And look at how the vent shafts are.
Yeah,
that's some. I'll tell you what. I'll be honest. And when was this? Okay, when was this video made that we're watching? When was this released?
Oh, this is Andrew Johnson. This is about 2008.
So about 2010. But where was the case reported?
This is in Australia, 1993.
1993. So
yeah,
where did it report? This guy who he's obviously talking to somebody who's talking about the case. So who did he report it to? Who did he report this to?
He reported it to the Australian press, first of all.
So he went straight
these are cases we do. Yeah, he went straight there. But these are cases that are not really heard of in the West Country, the West part of the world.
I would like to get my hands on. I can. If you ever want to revisit this, I'd be happy to put some work. I'd be happy to put some work in that picture and see what I can get, because I can get closer to that and a lot sharper to it. Yeah,
man. I mean, if you go on the internet, Hidden, there are the photographs on there, all the original ones, so you can do a bit of a deep dive into it. But the reason why I bring it up for a show today is that
I'll be quiet.
No, it's cool, man. You don't have to be quiet, man. You're the host, man. You can say whatever you want. But what I was going to say is that this photograph isn't really shown a lot on Twitter or the UFO community, and this is why I want to bring it back up as an old case that's been lurked around in the shadows in that respect. But Hidden, have a little. have a little look at the air vents or the vents there. It's not cut perfectly, especially the two ones on the right-hand side. It's not symmetrical. In fact, all of them are not symmetrical. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I can see the dip.
You understand? So it could be man-made, or it could be like a drone or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Does in the rest of the video, does he give any size proportion to this? Is
I
this
can't
the only
remember,
guy
mate.
that? Is this the only guy? See, those don't look right.
Yeah.
The bottom one looks like some sort of Sorry, I ain't talking, man. I gotta shut the hell up. I don't know.
Bloody shut the hell up.
I like
It's all good, man.
I like
There's
this
a close
one.
shot of it.
See, that one looks like a pie tin. I'm
Looks like
thinking,
it, doesn't it?
you know what I'm thinking of? You know, when you get a nice, no, honestly, I got to share this. You know, key lime
Go on.
pie. You know, when you get a nice key lime pie with the whipped cream, and you get it in them trays. That looks like the tray. Because even when you finish eating it, the tray smiles back at you, and look at that tray, he's grinning.
There's a happy tray, man. It's just like a smiley face. That's all I can see now.
But I'm interested in the thing above it.
Yeah, let's go. This is underneath. Okay, let's bring up the close-up shot.
See, now that's weird. Now that's weird. See, something about that picture don't feel right.
What do you mean? In what respect?
What I'm going to say is going to sound stupid, but it's got me where I am today. And I always follow my gut when I look at things.
Go for it.
Well, that's
what's on your mind, bro?
No, I always go with my gut, and my gut's telling me something ain't right with that picture.
It's too perfect. And specifically this photograph here, the correlation between the two objects, and it does look like you got some sort of string in there between it. But no, that's it, man. But by all means, go have a little look at the photographs, all the original ones.
See, it's that one picture that puzzles you. That not puzzles you. And if that one ain't right,
yeah,
then the rest of them ain't right.
Bear in mind, Billy Meyer. You have to take into that consideration how he was blending models with realistic backgrounds. So as this craft does look big,
but
he could use it towards the camera a bit more.
No, I get when you're saying Billy Myers, but then when Billy Myers went and got a book and tore out a page of dinosaurs and then said that's his picture from the future or from the past, you get it. You get it.
I understand. Yeah.
When you do something like that picture that's recently been going around of the UFO and the soldiers next to the flying saucer.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat, do you know what we're on about? Because I hope you do. Because I did say to Nick, don't want to do a show about it.
Do you want to see if I can bring up the photograph?
Just bring up the photograph and also find the photograph of the toy soldiers next to it if you can. Thank you. One would appreciate.
I'll give it a go, man. Let's have a little look.
This is the most damaging thing you can do to your reputation here in this world, right? There you go. You got it. I'm glad. But this is the most damaging thing you can do to your reputation. You've worked so hard to build up something that you can trust, and you pull shit like this. You've just blown MUFON's credibility. You know, I don't think you. Well, yeah, you do, because there was another incident a few years back with one of them being caught out doing something naughty. So
is that the alien photograph?
No, that's something more deviant. We're not going to get into that. But this surely has got to be like the kidney punch to him. You know,
Yeah. Mate, I can't find a photograph, but if anyone in chat
don't
is
worry
on
about it.
Twitter,
Don't worry
if you
about
have a
it.
look on
Yeah,
X, it's an old photograph, and you can see a flying saucer with these two guys, but it's clearly some sort of model AI.
But
it kind of
the moment you showed me that,
yeah.
I said to you, man, this ain't right. And then I saw the soldiers, and I looked at the soldiers, and I could see how exactly they're sitting. And one person even went as far to say that the saucer, because they're sitting next to a saucer and standing next to a saucer.
Yeah,
the picture.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the actual saucer is a hat.
Okay. Oh, jeez, man.
So it does. It's very harmful what this guy did. Very harmful. To
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure,
a brand
for
you
sure.
can trust.
And
But,
like the message that I sent you earlier, in regards of what did the guy expect? I mean, knowing the UFO community and how it is at the moment and how we're all divided, he is going to get torn to shreds, and that's exactly what happened. So it's quite ironic in the message he put in his tweet saying, there are people out there that just want to discredit. It's like, yeah, of course, this is what the community's like. What did you expect?
You see, to me, I feel hurt over what he did. Now, I'm not. I'll tell you why I feel hurt. Because MUFON, throughout the years of me doing what I do here on YouTube, MUFON has provided a very good source of some credit, in my opinion, of some, not all, some credible sightings. That I have featured some of the best on my channel. So it just takes a blow. Lucky enough, it ain't coming from MUFON. It's coming from you guys, you guys, the citizens out there that are filming. We ain't waiting for the government to show them. We'll show you guys what's real. But MUFON, I hope you can come back from it.
I've never had good thoughts about MUFON. I know it's a public funded organization, but to me, like, no disrespect, it's just like a bunch of nerds that just want to get the piece of the action, so they go out in the field and interview people that had these flying saucer encounters or these sightings, but not really having a lot of proof or solid proof. I mean, how long's MUFON been going on for? Sorry. I mean, how long? It's way back in the 80s, if I remember.
Well, you see the thing about MUFON now is it was where MUFON came in handy for like people like us was it was an open source. So it was an open source and it was well known worldwide. So you had people all around the world uploading their sightings, giving locations, giving time and dates. You were getting a very good, accurate. Some were even better, even that good that they would tell you what direction this object was flying. So you could, we could look into this. We had all the information there, and sussing out what objects are is got a lot easier with satellite tracking, flight radar. So MUFON was a really good source. See what they do on the one end, like trying for the conferences and all that. That's them. Let them do that. But they still had a site where people could report their sightings freely and no ridicule.
Okay. Hidden, have you heard of this? The Gulf Breeze sighting. Very famous case that happened. Right. This is the original book. I got it from eBay all the way from our friends over the pond in America. This is actually signed by Ed and Lorraine. No, it's not. It's Ed and the wife. That's an actual signed copy from America. It cost me over 100 quid. But MUFON was part of this investigation. Now, if anybody's read this book, it's like a comic book. it's like a comic book. I'm not joking. It is fucking hilarious. I've never laughed. There's a picture of Ed Warren. There's a photograph of him half naked in a towel. He's got his fist in the air and it's a bloody flying saucer. Honestly, it's so fucking funny. But as soon as I started reading this to go through sighting, MUFON is part of it, and it just made them sound like a bunch of nerds, want to get the piece of the action. I'm not saying that's the whole MUFON, but like Rotary Motion just said, it's like a grifting squad. I'm not saying they're like trying to. Well, yeah, it is, isn't it? When you look at it, they're trying to make money out of something that, they ain't going to get the truth.
But it had the truth by now. But you see, it had. See, I don't look at what them want to do because that's their game. I want to get the sightings out, and what MUFON did have was like again, public access, civilian access, so the civilians could down. I don't want to call it because that's what I deal in. I don't deal in military sightings. I deal with the civilians. I deal with you guys. I like to talk to you guys and get the story of what you guys are seeing. And MUFON allowed us to do that. Many a times I posted a video from MUFON and the guy who filmed it said, "Hey, this is my video," and went on to ad. So anyways, let's get off of MUFON, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah.
They're gonna have to lay in their bed and that's it now.
Unfortunately. Yeah, all the best to them. Hope they can give us that disclosure that we so desperately need. But not deserve.
I don't.
Well, we need disclosure. Anyway, so that's happened. It for me, Hidden.
It's happened. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. No, I'm playing. Well, yeah. Listen, guys, go into my community. Go into my community. I'm smoking, man. Go into my community on YouTube, yeah, and just scroll down. Have a look at all the government vaults that are being opened up around the world, man. The biggest pop up of Hungary. Did you see the letter that I posted from I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It was like Christmas came at once. The DOE, Department of Energy, released papers on a UFO sighting over one of their facilities.
Wow, Department of Energy. Wow, that's a big deal because they're very stumpf, aren't they? They're very kept in the dark.
Yeah, do you think you could bring it up? Because if you ain't seen it, I want to show you what they give you.
Of Energy, where can I find it, mate?
If you go into my page, I'm just trying to roll up, man. Sorry, my friend. Guys,
no,
please
that's cool, bro.
Go and subscribe to this guy, man. He's doing a grand job. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's doing a grand job? Uncle Chop Chop. We know who he is, man. You know who Uncle Chop Chop is?
No idea, bro. Who's that?
Oh, he doesn't know who Uncle Chop Chop is. It's a guy called Mark Chopper Reed. He's an Australian criminal. Uncle Chop Chop.
All right.
So that's somebody. I don't know who knows, but hey, Uncle Chop Chop, man. Uncle Chop Chop. Yeah, I always wanted to have a drink with the dude, man. He's died, man. He's died, but what a life he's led. And I'll tell you what. One of my favorite quotes that he said, but it's not his quote. So somebody else did say it before him. But one of my favorite quotes that Uncle Chop Chop said was, "Never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn."
That's good saying.
And that brings it full circle because that's what we're here. That's what we're here doing, man. Now this document, before I bring it up, I want to say this is how the government gives to you and takes away with the other hand. Now, but it is still pretty cool that something came from the Department of Energy, but it is heavily redacted.
Oh, on, I've just blocked it. I was like, yeah, okay, so this is just a pre-warning, well, a precaution, I should say. If we're going to get documents, in regards of flying saucers or extraterrestrials, etc., you are going to come across documents like this. Look at the blank redacted pages. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is from September the 2nd, 2015. And they've got nothing to hide, ladies and gentlemen. They have nothing to hide. Look at the blanked out pages.
That is, but guys, you got to understand how kind of monumental it is that you even getting this from the Department of Energy.
Yeah. So this is on Hidden's community page, as it's an official document.
How can I ask you, how stoned are you?
I'm all right.
I'll tell you what. Let me do some work. I'll try and read it. Do you think you can read it?
I can give it a go. Okay, this is
right.
the Deputy Assistant Manager of Safeguards and Security. I'm not going to read the postcode out. So this is a identified object report, enclosed for your reviews in a complete report in this Pantex unidentified objects that occur on September the 2nd, 2015. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me on blank or blank at blank.
Blankety blank.
Sincerely yours.
Blank.
Blankety
Blankety
blank.
blank.
So yeah, so in regards of, they've got nothing to hide. Look at it. Crossed out, blanked.
Okay, so what does that bit that hasn't been redacted say?
Okay, let's have a little look. Personnel were alerted to the object and subsequently dispatched to the follow in May. I'm too stoned, mate. I can't fucking read this.
I'll give it a bash. I'll give it a bash because I'm telling you, this piece of document is so monumental. I never thought I would ever see. No, honestly, I never thought I would have seen a document like this in my lifetime. Even though it's been heavily redacted, it's monumental from who it's coming from.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Department of Energy, like you said. These
right.
are very secretive people. Go ahead, Hidden. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Take one for the team here. PF personnel were alerted to the object and subsequently dispatched to follow it in an effort to obtain as much information about the object as possible. PF personnel on grounds confirmed the presence of the object and maintained observation via PF vehicle. PF personnel followed the object for several miles north of the plant until it was no longer visible. And then it's blank. And then it says, subsequently, comprehensive review of the incident was immediately what the hell does it say? Oh man, this is more funny than Cheech and Chong. Let's skip it. You all can read that. But let's go down a bit. See, did they give us any more? The object, here it goes. The object was that it was a diamond type shape with it being more rounded at the top.
Blankety blank.
It's all gone.
I think that's it, mate. I think that is literally it.
They're giving us a little breadcrumb. See, there's even pictures. There's even pictures that's redacted.
No, you can't click on it. No, that's it.
And
so yeah, they're definitely hiding something.
Guys, I'm gonna say this to the people that may not know this, but you know the Freedom of Information Act? Do you know this, Nick, about the Department of Energy?
What did you just pass something? Remind me.
No, they're the only ones. They're the only ones that you can't. You know my man, the Freedom of Information Act King, Grizz John Jr.
Oh, Green Street. Yeah, Green Street. Yeah. Yeah.
He can't even get nothing from them through the freedom of these guys. These guys, they don't have to give you nothing under the Freedom of Information Act. So I think this is kind of monumental that this has been released.
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
does
sure.
give you a sense that something was happening. Well, and also the shape of the object they were looking at. Now we can all speculate as to what that could be.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you have to. But this is kept quiet, mate. I mean, if you haven't put this on the community page,
but nobody else has seen it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then it's shouting about disclosure, and that's why I said, well, disclosure's happened, man. Just if you choose to scroll down a bit further, you'll see a link to a hell of a lot of stuff that I post, and I'll even show you a video that pertains to what I posted. That's one of mine that I got to show you that I do not got to, but would like to show you. Correct English is always essential. Yeah, but what do you think? Are you think that's really cool to see that? What about you guys? Are you cool about seeing that in the chat? I mean,
yeah, this is fascinating stuff. In regards of the Department of Energy, they're very, very secretive people. We know they have something that's far beyond what our capabilities of, and for the fact they bring out this document and retracted practically 98% of this document, really,
there you go.
And even in regards to the photographs, now that if these photographs was released, I guarantee Arrow, the All Domain Anomaly Revolution Office, would have had them. And I think Arrow needs to pay attention.
I got a funny feeling. I got a funny feeling how the Department of Energy operates. I don't think that Arrow, they would even have to answer to these alphabet crews. I think they would be more than likely the alphabet crew.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure. Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of saying that. Do you get what I'm saying? This is a monumental document. And although they have given with one hand, they've also taken with another.
Yeah.
Because there's pictures of this object. And if to me, in my opinion, if it was a drone, then they more than likely would have shown it. Because it's more discerning. I don't know.
Yeah, you make good points.
What's
there,
your
mate.
thoughts?
I mean, my personal opinion, how important this document is, I think Arrow, as the official governmental look into UFOs, UAPs, but I don't trust him as far as I can fucking throw him. But how monumental this document is, I think they need to pay attention to it and say, right, okay, why is it retracted? You need to go back to the Department of Energy and have a look at the Deputy Assistant Manager and say, right, okay, what's going on here? I know, but if they
get slapped in the face, they'll get slapped in the face. It'll be like, who are you talking to? Do you know exactly. I can make your family go missing?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, mate, you make a very good point, Hidden. But at the same time, if we get that report back from Arrow and say, look, this is the way we were treated by the Department of Energy, it sort of solidifies and confirms, saying, look, there's something at hand here. You need to look into this organization because they're definitely hiding something.
They work for the DOE.
Yeah. Well,
the DOE is the Department of Energy, like the Department of Defense. It's you. That man can't go to these guys and ask for anything. And I believe they know him as well. They know as well.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Oh man, but we'll just get off of this. But it's still a monumental document, and I'm so stoked to have seen it happen in my lifetime, because I always thought to myself, I'd like to see what the Department of Energy's got. Because if you're talking about reverse, I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna walk away from it. But if you're talking about reverse engineering, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Definitely.
That's it. I'm gonna stop it there because I got kids I like, and I'm healthy as it is. I want to wake up tomorrow. But so back to some other things, man. So yeah, that's a pretty powerful piece of document, though. What's your
Definitely.
taking on the craft? Because it did give, although a limited description.
Yeah, what did it remind me? It was a diamond-shaped craft, wasn't it? If I remember.
But it was more rounded at the top. I wonder if
It's
it was
hard to
flying
tell.
flat as a diamond, or was it flying like straight up, looking as a diamond?
Because you have seen those diamond objects in the sky. Whether or not that's been debunked or not. Don't for people in chat remember that it was like the diamond-shaped craft that was like turning. I don't know whether or not that's some correlation, but I don't know, man. It's kind of hard because the document's so redacted. It can't tell by a couple of words of what this craft actually is. It's interesting, nevertheless. It is diamond-shaped when it's with a dome on top. Who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
Okay, so now it's my turn to start pressing buttons. So, oh God, you're so good at pulling up articles. Could you do me a favor?
Sure, man.
Could you go back to my channel?
Yeah.
You go back into the. This one's should be quite recent, but if you could go into my community place.
Yeah.
And if you could pull up the DARPA manta ray article, because I do want to show you this, man. I think it's very interesting, but I'm going to fire this up. I'm going to say happy 420 to the 420 crew if you're still with us. And if you're not, but 420 in the heart, still glad to see you here. Hey, Nick doing a good job, man. What do you guys think? Should we do another show? Should we do another show? You enjoying it, Nick? Because you was getting a little bit nervous.
Mate, I'm always fucking nervous. That's how I treat life,
Oh, PG-15,
mate. I'm living on the edge.
PG-15.
Mate, bro, where is this? Where is this? When did you post it? This DARPA thing?
I don't know. It should be quite recent, so it should be like at the top.
Is it a radio wave thing? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's the drone. It's the unmanned drone. They unveiled their secret weapon. But I like this. I like this thing. Have you guys ever seen this? The DARPA manta ray. It's unmanned. This thing is huge, man. Well, yeah, it looks pretty huge because I've managed to get some, find some, or a clip of what it looks like, because they've also spotted it on Google Earth, Google Maps. I have the coordinates, so if you guys just want to come back and check the, because I'm not going to do it after the show, but I will put in the coordinates. And if there's any links that need posting to any footage, they will be in there. So that's it. Have you found it? No?
Mate, isn't it a community page, yeah?
Yeah.
Mate, I can't find it.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't find it, mate.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Here, let me hook this up then.
Yeah, I'm having a look, bruv. I can't see it anywhere. But I'm having a blast. This has been awesome speaking to you, Hidden. It's always a pleasure, bruv, honestly. So, yeah, more of these, the better. I like to talk about some like paranormal stuff at some point. And to, like, topics.
If you would like to talk about that paranormal stuff, then stick around for the last video that I wanted to end out on. Well, obviously, you got to stick around. You're the host, mate.
Mate, I just found it. I found it. Right, hold on. I'll bring it up. Oh,
Okay.
You got it. Is that it?
No, that's not it. But I just wanted to, because there were some like really cool pictures with this. Okay, what am I? Oh, okay, you can put yours up. See, totally unprofessional. There you go.
Wow,
That's huge.
And that's unmanned.
Wow.
But the pictures don't. This is coming from DARPA itself as well.
Hmm.
Am I right? Could you scroll up? Because it's been, but I'm sure I got it from the horse. I'm sure I got these pictures. Yep.
Yeah.
Straight from the horse's
Depends.
mouth.
Straight from there, mate. Yeah.
So
Look at that.
check it out. Look at that. Ain't that a beast, man? Ain't that a beast?
Yeah. That's fucking huge.
Yeah,
Amazing.
PG-15, man.
Oh, fuck's
So-
sake. Oh,
No,
God's
stop
sake.
it, man. Stop it. Hey, man, sorry for the younger ears, man.
My apologies.
PG-15, man. All right. So check this out now. This object was spotted on Google Earth. I do have the coordinates for this, but also the coordinates, I believe, or if you guys follow me on Twitter or on Facebook. If not, check it out, because I do post pictures from time to time or stuff that I won't put on YouTube for whatever reasons. Okay. So this was what was found on Google Maps. There you go. I'm glad I give them a title because they don't know what they are. Here we go. Check it out. I didn't add any music because what's the point? But look how big that thing is. Now I can give you the actual coordinates. And you can have a look at this, the size of this thing itself. Now, see, doesn't that give it more depth than that picture? You knew it was big.
Oh, yeah.
But look at it
Yeah.
compared to them ships.
Wow. Look at that.
That's a beast. And that's unmanned.
Unreal. Wonder what's powering that thing.
I think it's solar. Look at that, man.
It's incredible. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? This is what we see in a very small part of their technology.
See, I don't understand DARPA now. Do you?
No. Mate,
I'm thinking,
something.
what are they doing? What do they do? I've heard their name knocked about, but it was always for like emergency crisis. That's another one. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong. Don't say their names if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to get no trouble. Another no on YouTube. Unfortunately, there's a lot of no-nos on YouTube, isn't there?
Unfortunately these days. Yeah, you gotta be careful. As I recently found out anyway. So, yeah. But mate, that's interesting. Yeah. Do you know what? I think that drone submarine there can actually recharge its battery by temperature.
Should we go back to the article?
No, I remember Dave talking about it on Alien Addict, that some sort of company had a new type of drone that is a submarine basically that was unmanned, and it can actually charge its battery by the difference of the temperature, which seems quite incredible. Amazing how that technology is out and is not released to the public. And I remember Dave talking about that, but I didn't see the craft itself until you showed it just then, and that is it. Yeah, he said it was huge, absolutely huge, and that looks like it's definitely it.
Did they elaborate
on that size?
Did they elaborate on what kind of purpose this is? What is it like for military? Is it just another fancy toy coming from the black budget? Am I allowed to say that? Well, I just did.
Yeah, you can say that, mate. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I think you might be right there. I think they're telling you very small breadcrumbs of what this can actually do.
Because that's a big thing. And how many of them do they have? Because that's big. Imagine 7 of them attacking some kind of ship out there. And you know how they like to start things and blame somebody else for it.
Do you know what?
But never
Hidden?
mind.
I-
Let's be quiet.
I got a feeling that's probably a carrier, like a people carrier, because something that size could hold a lot of people.
A lot of payload, a lot of weed.
I look at yeah. But do you understand what I mean? It's
To what purpose? Because normally you're going to build something either for harm or benefit. So that's what I'm saying. What does anybody in the chat? Because I feel bad that I don't know what DARPA does. But what do they do? Is their name an acronym?
DARPA, yeah, that is. 2 seconds,
That's
mate.
what-
I've got it here
that's what-
somewhere.
That's when stoners do shows. They get stoned and then they're like, "Oh, what's this, man? Who's that? Who said who's Rob Tatar?"
So DARPA is the Defense Aviation Research Project Agency.
Aviation.
No, project agency. So they're yeah. It could be anything, mate. It could be anything because they're dealing with drone technology here.
But it's defense.
Yeah, it's defense.
There you go.
Yeah, this is it. So
There
it's
you
all
go.
interlinked. Yeah, man.
But the thing that interested me now is that, again, you know why I'm going to show this, and this is from my point of view, and I know sometimes channels come back and check out what I'm doing and what I'm saying, which is cool because, you know, we all get to know each other. Although it may be a big little community in this game, it's still a respected and small little community. We have a little fun in this game. But anyway, now look at that size, because now we're possibly going to get footage of these kind of objects. So I'm going to keep my eye out that if I'm saying I'm looking at a triangular shaped object that's silver or gray. But remember, is this a prototype, or is this the one they're putting out?
Not too sure, mate. I think this is the official thing, I would imagine.
Because I would think that they would have different colors. Are they going to just have one? How many? Yeah, we don't know. I'm asking too many questions with no answers, man. No answers at all.
But a very interesting craft, nevertheless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's a big thing. Okay, let me get rid of that. And unfortunately,
that's it for me, mate. That's everything I've got. I don't think I've got any other articles or anything like that.
Well, no, I got one more. I've got two actually, because you remember I showed you that thing that passed over the sun.
Oh yeah.
So I've got that I do want to share with you guys. I thought this was pretty cool, and I should have posted it over on my channel, but I took the eye off the ball a bit. But you're seeing it now. I don't know where it is. I'm lost. Help me, please. Oh,
how stoned are you?
I'm all right, man. My eyes are still open.
Not Chinese eyes.
Yeah, but they're still open. They're still open, man. Okay, here we go. All right, where are we at? Okay, I'm gonna take it off of full screen. Okay, this article will be in the link. I would put it in the chat, but I can't be bothered. Well, I can't be bothered. I just can't. I'm too high. But anyways, it's going to be in the thing. But what we're looking at, let me get over here. There we go. Now, this was posted on the website spaceweather.com. And this was actually caught by an independent observer. And he's got his equipment. Okay, give him a shout out. His name is Philip. Is that Philip? Philip Smith.
It is indeed, mate. Yeah, Philip Smith.
And that's caught from Manor Villa, New York, USA. and this was
Yeah.
captured on the 6th of bollocks, June the 15th, 2024. So, this is for educational purposes. But as he was filming this spot, this object flew past it. Now it's put up how it is. But for you guys that are interested and maybe want to dig around at this picture, I'll leave the link, and it's got the data for you guys to have a look at. And he states that I was imaging the AR37112. That's the name of these little babies here. This cluster on the sun. I don't know what you would call them. Sunspots, would you possibly?
Yeah, sunspots. Yeah.
See, I always thought sunspots move, but this is mapped area of the sun. So hence it has its name. From my Manorville, New York observatory, when something transits, I can't pronounce it, in front of the something, let's put it in my language, flew past in front of on the date that I said, June 15, 2004. So for now, I will call it a UFO, an unidentified flying object, which indeed it is. You can't identify it.
Yeah.
So one of the arguments that was put forward that was quickly shut down about this footage was it could be a planet. I think the planet that was thrown up was Mars and Mercury.
Sure.
But
Okay.
But to that, they don't move that fast. This is in real time. This isn't time lapsed.
Could possibly be a planet, mate. I mean,
nah,
something that close to the sun. That's a lot of energy being propelled out.
But this is being filmed in real time. This isn't.
Okay, mate. I see. Yeah, I can see the waviness, the rays from the sun. Yeah.
This is him. This is from his observatory. He's independent.
Okay.
Yeah. This ain't no government. Yeah. So it's not a planet because it's moving too fast, which I agree.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, definitely rule that out. Who knows, man? I mean, it could. This sounds really corny, but it could be like a bug in between the lens or something like that. I sound like a bloody ultra skeptic now. I sound like a right. Yeah,
you do. You do.
Yeah, I sound like a right Mick West.
That's the go-to. That's the go-to, man. It's a bug, man. It's a bug. It's a bug.
It's a bug. Yeah.
But then
there's a seagull.
You have to give credit to a guy that's kind of looking at these objects all the time. Would he really mistake a bug?
Sure, and for him to release it on the internet and saying that he's never seen something like that before.
And it's also a credible website that's putting their little rep on the line.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But again, we're dealing with a dot here, so it's not going to prove anything, really.
So
how many dots have you seen in the sky?
How many what?
How many dots have you seen in the sky hidden? I mean, come on, you got one of the greatest YouTube channels in regards to UFO.
But the thing is, you got something that's passing over the sun.
Sure. Could be an extraterrestrials, who knows?
Because if you look when it passes, it takes on kind of like a little translucent quality. I think it's passing more closer to the sun. It's definitely in space.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Interesting, man. That's an interesting find from a credible website, I should say.
Oh, I like him. I find him trustworthy.
Yeah.
So, interstellar travel. What's your thoughts on interstellar? Can you say it for me? Oh, see, you moved too quick, man. Go on.
Interstellar travel. I don't know, mate. I haven't really looked into it. It's like almost like abductions. It's so I haven't really looked into it, so I can't honestly say. I mean, we could do that for next episode if you want to. Have a little look in. I can do a bit of a deep dive into it.
I'll call you on that.
Yeah. Mate, it's
That's
one
just a
topic I
thought.
wouldn't know.
Well, it's not. You don't have to try and go. If you say I'm going into it, what's your thoughts on what you think about it now?
What are we talking about? Time travel here? Is that what we're talking about?
No, interstellar travel, where you can travel from, say, one galaxy to another and even beyond.
I don't know. We're talking about like technology here. I mean, I do believe we have technology that can go well into space. How far have we gone? Let's get into the topic of we've got like bases on the moon or docking bays on there. I mean, we're talking about a whole new level of technology here, but going far into space into potential other galaxies, man, I don't know. Until someone's actually got decent, say, evidence, but some sort of scientific basis to actually prove that interstellar can be possible, then I may change my mind on the matter. But I kind of agree with you, Hidden. I think we're stuck on this planet. If we're going to go into interstellar travel, I think it's more likely to be drone technology.
See, that's what I mean to say. I want to remedy. We're not stuck on the planet. We just can't travel through space.
But when we're talking about interstellar travel, are we talking about actually going into space, though, or something like Star Trek level stuff?
Well, I would say kind of Star Trek level would have been kind of an interplanetary travel, because they were visiting different solar systems. So that would be more like it. And they were using warp drive to do that. Where warp drive, I believe, is like they take the line. Warp drive was once explained to me, and I was like blown away, because you know when somebody explains something to you so simply that you understand the concept of warp drive, and I actually understood it, so I was so blown away. But what he said to me was, imagine a straight line. Well, what warp drive does is a straight line between time and space. What warp drive does is bend the lines, almost fall it back on themselves, so it takes you so little time to get across so much distance. Because you're actually folding time and space upon itself.
I
don't know if you could. I don't know if you could understand it. Maybe this guy needs to tell the story and show you. But the moment he told me about the concept of warp drive, I just understood it. So I was blown away. But it's only a theory. I know they are working on it, but it's only a theory.
Yeah.
Well, you know, see, then all roads lead back to CERN's. See, I think what it is interplanetary travel has always been here. We had the ability to leave this planet, and you've seen like the stargates. These objects that look like stargates.
Yeah, balls of light or orbs, would you say?
No, well, they're stone now. There's a lot of weird ass stuff on Earth, man. But so what's the weirdest thing that you have ever seen on Earth?
I would say the most impressive in terms of what humans can potentially build with technology that is unknown is some place in India where they've built like a city out of a mountain, literally carved a whole, I wouldn't say it's like a city, it was almost like a temple, but they've literally built it out of a rock face. It's unbelievable, and it's hundreds of feet high with this magnificent structures and all these. It's just the technology behind that. I think that's impressive. Even like for the pyramids, I find that's just mind-boggling for me, how mathematically you need to construct that. I mean, it must be someone, whoever constructed the pyramids must have had a very, very smart mind. mathematically, I would say, in that respect. So I find that as one of the ones that go, wow, that's impressive. That's very, very strange. But what about you, Hidden? What do you reckon?
For me, I think Earth has many. I'll be with you. Earth has many mysteries to me that I've come across. But the one that always sticks in my mind is blue holes. You've heard of this phenomena?
No.
There are places in the ocean that just boom. They're just holes. They call them blue holes because, you know. But they're deep, man. And I always wonder what the hell is down there. Now, I know that they've said that the explanation that they tried to give for this is there's sunken shafts, but they're like almost perfect circular in nature. But I don't know if water and erosion would do that. Make something perfectly circle. I don't know. But they're called blue holes. They're all over. It makes me wonder if like deep water travel could be possible. Because obviously you can't. Well, maybe you can now. Do you think? Never mind. I'm overthinking. Have
Well,
you guys
with that submarine technology, I think yes.
How deep do you reckon that thing could go? Because that unmanned, that could probably take some pressure.
Oh yeah. I can imagine that the material made for that must have been. We're talking about military grade. This ain't no ocean gate stuff. This is the bee's knees. You know what I mean? This. So I reckon, yeah, it can go deep. Probably looking what's in deep into our ocean, which has practically been unexplored. And I think a lot of UFO sightings, USOs, as we like to call it, is definitely down there. So maybe that was that submarine drone is for.
See, that's where the possibility for good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I suppose so. But they're not going to tell us.
No, that's it. That's the whole problem with this. So, anyways, we're gonna jump on this time machine. I'm gonna take you way back in time because that's just who I am. But
let's have a look.
Well, I've got this footage of this statue. It's an Egyptian statue. Go on. See, now I'm too stoned, but I'll do this right.
You're telling me.
Now this is 2013.
Okay.
So we are going back in time. But it's a story that let's see the video. Shut up, man. Nick's gone, man. He ran off.
No, I'm fine. I'm let the cat out.
You got a bit scared there, man. Okay. Let's see. Are we both up? Okay. All right. Now, okay, I'm just gonna read the title so we know what's going on. This was called 2013, yeah. And it's the statue that it just moves. It spins around.
All right, let's have a look.
It's only the one statue. Now, this it's dated 1800 BC. Oh man, I'm pressing. I'm there. You know what I'm doing? I'm in Yacht Street trying to press it. There's no sound anyway, so I'll stay here. So it's time lapse because you can only see it move when it's time lapse. It moves ever so slightly.
Yeah, but man, that's fucking.
PG-15, mate.
Oh, man, sorry. How long was that for, Hidden? Well, how long was the time lapse? Oh, you got the corner there.
Yeah, the clock's there, but it had to be speeded up. But see, I've slowed it down so you can see it. The first bit is how I got the footage.
Yeah.
See how it just spins?
Yeah.
But it's the only one. And could it be, but
Mate, if you notice, Hidden, it only turns when the sunlight is shining.
well, this is the thing now. Are we both up on the screen as well while this is playing?
Yeah, we're up.
Let me get rid of this comment. Don't mean that in a bad way, so we can all see this thing. Okay. So the thing about this now, this thing only moves during visiting times. See, you see now it's not moving.
Yeah.
Because it's like you said, it's nighttime. When the light comes on, that's when they're open. And you see all these people coming around.
Not necessarily, mate, because in the mornings, for instance, if it was in the summer, the sun would have been up hours before people would open the shop. Do you understand what I mean?
Okay, well, let's see if the date's on there.
See,
that
there's
because it's a good point. Hold on.
In that split second, mate, you can see there's no people and it starts turning. So it goes dark.
That would be April the 2nd. Yeah, but that's.
Okay, wait. Right, hit play. See? Now it starts turning before people start arriving. There we go. So it's almost like it's moving in correlation of the sun, which is interesting.
This raw. See, but what I also found interesting is none of the other statues, they seem to be moving. And the reason why I'm saying that is because one thing that I would have been dismissive about this is because people are walking around, could the vibration from the floor be moving the cage? You get what I'm saying? The display cabinet. Simple vibrations of people walking around it, just making it move. But that also would have the effect on all the statues, and they don't move in the slightest way. Not forwards, nothing.
I mean, that specific statue might be off-centered. I mean, I can't see it wobbling side to side.
No, it's not. It's just moving ever so. What's your take on that? Paranormal?
I think it's connected to the sun, mate. If there's more footage of this doing the same thing, like a repeat experiment throughout a week, then this is it. I think if it's in correlation of the sun, I think that's quite fascinating personally. But the whole base is moving. The whole thing's moving. That's amazing. And maybe moving the other statues in that specific position and see if
they're not
the same.
But surely that much force to move that must generate some even off force to move the other statues, even the slightest. But they stay perfectly in the same. So that's why I got to be straight, man. There's no way I believe the walking on the floor theory.
No, I don't. Because it's turning before people are actually moving around, and you can clearly see that in this video here. So I'm rolling that out for sure.
So okay, I'm going to pause it. Now I'm going to ask the chat, and then I'm going to come back to you, Nick.
Yeah, sure.
You've had a good time, brother?
Yeah, mate. I've had an absolute blast. I nearly swore then.
Yeah. Please, PG-15, man. PG-15.
PG-15, bro. Don't worry, bro. A few more joints, I'll be fine, mate. But no, honestly, I'm a amazing time here.
So, guys, what do you think? Do you think that's a ghost, paranormal? They're not. What do you guys think? But one thing I want to do is understand Nick's views on why that's interesting. If it's because if it's turning towards the sun. What do you guys think it is? Just throw up whatever, even if it's something dumb. Let's have. See, that's what I'm trying to say. If it's vibration, though, why isn't it not moving the other statues? Even the slightest. I'm not expecting them to spin around like that one, but even move off key, just a little bit. Surely that's enough vibration to move the other ones. If it's moving that, and it's not wobbling like Nick pointed out, it's moving in a fluid manner. So I was with you but then this is why I wanted to show you this. And I had to say.
I'm rolling out paranormal.
Others have material. Sure. Yeah, but you're ruling out paranormal.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's correlations with the sun.
Heat, vibration.
But until heat or vibration. True. Yeah, this is until we get more footage from this museum and examine it.
Why did you think it was interesting that it was turning towards the sun?
No, not necessarily turning towards the sun. When the sun, everything lights up, I presume the sun is in above sunrise. So at that point, you can clearly see the statue turning. And then when the sun is out, like at the moment, it stops. So as the sun rises, as you can see, the sun rises in the reflection in a shop. Then you see the statue moving. I don't think it's to do with the people. That's my personal opinion, mate, on that one. But then that's fascinating. That really is. I've never seen anything like that. But it's such a small speed is actually turning. It's not like it's doing like a bloody exorcist head spin, 360 degree and nothing like that, So it's like
the thing is, it's not. It's like it's a really fluid movement.
Yeah,
really fluid.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not
wobbling.
It's not stuttering. It's not doing nothing. Just turning. Yeah. But anyways, that's all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course I did, mate. Mate, it's always a fucking blast here. This is
come on, man. PG-15.
Sorry, Hidden, mate. Really sorry.
I beat them algorithms, man.
Oh, mate, yeah, I do apologize for that. I'll cut that on the next one. I'll get the missus to slap me one. So yeah. But no, it's been incredible. It's been a blast, bruv, honestly. And the people in chat have been awesome as always. And yeah, just for them to hang out with us and explore these incredible subjects. Yeah, it's been awesome, mate. Yeah, awesome.
Good. So you coming back? Because we
of course.
We're gonna hit you up, man, with a run of every 2 weeks. We're gonna do that. That frees up time for me to work on the channel, and we'll come and have a giggle. Maybe poke funs at people posting pictures of or pretending to be and showing up dioramas. Oh dear.
Oh dear, yeah. That's hilarious.
As my friends in the East End would say, you've been a very naughty boy. So guys, big it up for Nick from Cosmic Twilight. Please drop him a sub. Check out what he's doing you're also where can other people find you also? And I'll put them links in the description box tomorrow because you can understand why.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, you can find me on Cosmic Twilight. I've got some very various, say, controversial videos on there, but I'm doing a bit of the deep dive into these old vintage UFO lectures from like Jordan Maxwell and Bill Cooper. So stay tuned for that on Cosmic Twilight on my YouTube channel. But I will stress, if you can please follow me on Rumble, because I upload every single day time-lapse videos, me rambling about stuff that I can't talk about on YouTube, and that's at Investigate with Nick 89 on Rumble. And yeah, you can find tons of content on there, over 400 videos I've got on there, and it's me having a blast. It's me who's me, actually, for a change. And because unfortunately YouTube gave me a slap on the wrist for a week, so I've got to be really careful what I say. I've got to cut out the swearing, and it didn't. So you know what I mean. Amongst other things. So yeah,
hopefully I can be a good influence on you with the potty mouth.
Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah. Practice makes perfect, man. Unfortunately, it's just the culture I live in. We use a lot of swear words, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll definitely work on that.
I live in a culture. I just choose not to.
Good for you, man. Yeah. So yeah, you can find me Cosmic Twilight on YouTube and Investigate with Nick 89 on Rumble. And thanks for everyone being here. And please like and subscribe on this video and subscribe to Hidden's channel as well.
Don't. In fact, run. Don't subscribe to that guy, man. Honestly. No, I always, you know what the reason why I do this, it's a joke between myself, and I'll share this with you. You ever seen the movie Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor?
No, mate. No, unfortunately not.
Well, basically the premise is he had to spend so much money he had to lose so much money in order to win so much money. I think it was like 30 million he had to blow in, like, was it a week or 2 weeks, something like that. But one of the things that he figured out how to blow an exorbitant amount of money was running for, I believe it was mayor or something, right? So all he wanted to do was like just do the campaign and everything. Yeah, none of the above. You got it, right? So all he wanted to do was just blow money on the campaign. He didn't want to win, so that's what he did. He said, "Vote for none of the above." That was his campaign, but he became none of the above. He became none of the above. So you know what I mean? He just had to pull out of it, but it just showed you how you can blow an exorbitant amount of money. He wasn't allowed. There was rules on it because, obviously you think, I'll go give it all to charity. Nah, that weren't happening. But that's where I get that. That's my little joke. That's my homage to that movie when I say, no, don't subscribe to my channel. Run.
Oh, mate. No, you are harsh on yourself, bro.
Brewster's Million, though, if you have never seen it, it is a stoner's movie. It's really funny.
Like Cheech and Chong, is it? Or even better?
It's Richard Pryor, man. Have you ever heard of Richard Pryor?
Richard Pryor. Yeah, I know Richard Pryor. Yeah.
All right. He's an absolute legend. He's an absolute legend. And that's possibly, I know it's a kid's movie. Well, it's not, but it is. Okay. It's absolutely funny. It's absolutely. I might watch it again, Brewster's Millions, because I ain't seen it in ages. But anyways, man,
nice.
That's the end. So I'm not gonna even look out. Man, thank you guys for coming over. None of the above will stay up. And I always say it. The change that we need. Just look from within ourselves. So on that note, I just quickly want to remind you guys, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. So guys, check that out. I'm also on Discord. Sorry. We run a great memes campaign. So if you enjoy memes over there, enjoy having a good laugh, please come contribute. even contribute to our memes. Yeah. And there's a lot of things on the stuff that I don't post on YouTube. And also, please, guys, check out my community page. You want to see disclosure? This is why I say disclosure is happening. You see what I mean, though, Nick?
Definitely.
Have a look at. Always check out my this. I don't use it like Facebook and post memes unless something funny's happened. But anyways, on that note, man, thank you. And I'm gonna end it with a little music from where am I? Jesus Christ, help me. Nick, can you take control of this? Help me out, Nick. See, he's run off. I'm gonna end it with God, I'm so high. I'm gonna end it with a little outro that I like using for my Halloween shows whenever I do them. And I forgot her name, but she's really cool and she rips the guitar. So, guys, good night. Until next time, stay blessed, and most importantly, keep safe. And it's been a blast.
Good night, everyone.